Hello to all traders and welcome back to another video brought to you by Orbex. So we're looking at the Japanese yen against the dollar once again this week as we kick off today's trading and this week's new trading week. As on Friday, there was a seemingly slight bounce against the dollar after these 24-year highs or lows against the US dollar has been seen as something that the Japanese government is trying to find a way to bring the yen back into strength. It's possibly allowing more inbound tourism to come into the country since the COVID-19 pandemic restrictions are still on a high alert in the country. So it's saying that it's going to increase passenger arrivals to 50,000 a day from 20,000, which will be quite significant, obviously, with the country's spending. And also, if you think back as 2020, when the Tokyo Olympics, Tokyo Olympics were delayed for a year, there were no spectators allowed in the country. So that was very, very detrimental for the country. So it looks like it's still trying to claw its way back, because obviously the Olympics does cost quite a lot of money for a country to stage. Usually cities do go over budget, and that's what happened with Tokyo as well. So we're seeing now the full dramatic events of what's happening with the yen. So the US dollar has been gaining strength in general over a basket of its main competitors in the last few weeks. And obviously the Federal Reserve meeting later this month will be something to watch out for to see if it's going to have that direction once again. But we're looking at the dollar yen today. We'll touch on euro dollar as well, but just wanted to show the accentuation. We saw it last week, but as we can see here, this nice bearish candle on Friday's session has seen prices just slightly contract. But will it be enough to stop these big movements in the dollar yen? We'll have to wait and see. There's not too much in the way of divergences on the RSI. You could say that this is a slight bearish divergence, which we could have possibly already seen, but it's not really that much from this peak here to this peak here. It's not too much of a divergence in that way. So we'll have to wait and see as the week progresses. But on the 4-hour chart, most interestingly enough, we are still in a fully fledged bull market. We're just seeing a bit more of a downturn at the moment, but is this really enough to sink our teeth into? Well, we've hit roughly about the 145. It did fall to 141, so quite a few pips dropped, but now as you can see, it's slowly climbing in the last few hours as well. Sorry about all the circles, hopefully it's not too confusing. So we're seeing now what is going to happen with dollar yen. Very, very dramatic events. Obviously the government is trying to find ways of a quick fix, but will just simply increasing the number of arrivals of tourists, and people in the country be that quick fix? We'll have to wait and see. Also looking at the euro dollar, like we said, now the euro dollar seems to be in still a fully fledged bear market, and as you can see here, we're seeing these really big swings. Just pull it out a little bit from a long time ago. We're talking roughly from the beginning of the year. We've seen these kind of bouncing and contractions, as you can see here. So guess what? Another bounce is happening now, and we're expecting another leg to the downside, possibly to break the previous of 98 cents. So if that does come into fruition, what will it mean for traders? Well, we're looking at the moment to see, as I said, the US Federal Reserve interest rate hike, which is apparently going to happen once again. The Fed doesn't look like it's going to slow down anytime soon with its Fed rates. So we'll have to see what that would mean for the dollar. Well, as you can see here, the dollar's been very progressive against most of its competitors in the last few months. So it doesn't look like there's going to be any slowdown there. If we look on the 4-hour chart though, we are looking at quite choppy action at the moment after this particular down leg that we saw here. Been tracking the next level of where we could actually go, but at the moment we're just in a slight bull channel, but it just depends if that's going to last and if we're going to start seeing another dip to the downside. So like on the daily chart, like I said, we are in a bit of a reversal from the downside at the moment, but that could easily start moving lower if we get another signal, another bearish signal. So all eyes are on the upcoming Fed Reserve interest rate decision, which isn't that far away, and we'll see what the next move is for the dollar. So join me again tomorrow where I take you through the main fundamentals and technicals of the market. So until then, have a great trading day ahead, and bye for now.